That's a nice rock. I like the look of that rock. And that's a nice looking city. Charlene's really pretty. I think that my camera's inside of the aetheryte. Interesting. Hope everybody is doing good. I have been chillin'. Been playing a lot of Arc Raiders, but then the weekend playtest just went up, so no more Arc Raiders for me right now. Back with a little bit of Endwalker. Last time we had taken down the Tower of Zot. We also found Fandaniel inside. Wait, no, that was the one before. We had found Fandaniel inside the tower when he took Nadana, and then we raided the Tower of Zod, which took a long time. Let's see what's going on now. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope? I was about to make my way to the studium as it happens. I wanted to try to speak with the scholar Montachang. I wanted to speak with the scholar Monty and thank him for coming to our rescue in the rostra. As it turns out, he'd come to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnair. Knowing him, he was already hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Y'shtola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Yeah, I can join ya. He seemed like a chill guy. Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to the phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be here long. Or we will not be long. Gonna go find Alice and then... Oh, hello Alice. And hi Alphino. Well, go on. Attack it. Do it, Alphino. Just gonna stand there? Okay then. Heading out for a stroll. No, we're going to the studium. The scholar himself was here. In that case, what are we waiting for? Jesus. There. I too am eager to see him. Though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium, I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alphino of all people worrying over his reputation. And to our alma mater, no less. Will wonders never cease? You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Yeah. I really like Charlene. I think this place looks awesome. Ooh, what is this theme? Here it is, Phenomenon. Well, I expect you have made note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? Sorry, I need to turn my volume up one sec. There. While most of the space is taken up by an expansive auditorium, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. I want to see how that messed with my volume. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down just a bit more. Yeah, I think something like that's gonna be the sweet spot. As the center of what would later become the studium, it was established to promote the study of etherical phenomena, hence the name. Though with ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete and the studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in etherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Charlian's foremost educational institute. You always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Hi, baby. Indeed. I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech, such as his undying love for his old stomping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and etherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. He's a master debater. Gonna have to watch on me. It's okay, I appreciate you being here. Hold on, you both joined the studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars? Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me. Nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors. And I am certainly not the studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects, have I ever been in his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this is where the legend of Alphino Levailleur began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully, we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for Scholarch Monty. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices. Sorry. A little sneezing fit just snuck up on me. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask students if they've seen him. I gotta take my helmet off for cutscenes. Glamour. No. No. You're telling me that if I want it... Hold on. Can I just modify the visor? No. Well, for the time being, I will leave that on. Because that doesn't mess with my hair. Have a good stream, nerd. You still doing keto? Yes, I hit 90 pounds down last night. Since the start of the year. Yeah, it's been going really well. Definitely gonna hit my goal by the end of the year. Probably with a little bit of time left for the holidays. That was Alphino Levailleur, wasn't it? The Alphino Levailleur? Oh, he's gonna have such a big head. And he's with his sister and Master Baldessian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. Where's Monty? Oh, sorry. You said you're looking for the Scholarch, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Alafo... Wait, that's Chloe's mom then. Or someone related to Chloe. Miss Alafo should have a better idea. Why are you standing like that? Bert Swinda? That is the worst name. I'm so sorry your parents hated you. Oh, over here? Yeah, that must be Chloe's mom. Are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner, fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to the Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studio? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here at the Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Pysa this, tongue of Gigantode that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the Scholar's whereabouts. I've tracked down many miscellaneous knickknacks in my time, but I'm no gleaner. So what you're telling me is, you're not a gleaner? Yes, that's exactly what you said, isn't it? And you're looking for a Scholark. I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock, but I can... Oh, you mean him. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to make his meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. In the time it's taken me to tell you all this, the Scholark has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Yeah, you're Chloe's mom. The vibes match. Hi. What you doing behind the pillar? This is kind of cool. Yes, the Scholark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor. Perhaps to one of the auditoriums? Back across the corridor. This is gonna piss me off. Getting upset. Oh, there he is. I'm Auntie. Eh.
Ah, I remember you.
How do you say his name?
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye. but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Montoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
I like this guy's vibe. He seems super chill. Fancy.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
I'm assuming the physical body. Corporeal ether.
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar.
Oh.
Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
You would overwrite their brain, basically.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. we would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
That's a good point.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea.
I don't want to go to the ethereal sea.
For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean.
Wait.
And our memories drift
Oh.
apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
I feel like that's gonna be important. Hold on. I'm trying to piece together
I would
thoughts.
remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
So I'm stuck on that because it seems very specific that when you die, the blots upon your hold on. You've been granted the Renna phenomenon if your game Calliope will put you to good use. The fact that when you die, the blots upon your soul are removed. Right? That's... Resurrection hasn't really come up a lot, but we can do it pretty early. Like, I'm pretty sure it very specifically says resurrects target. Huh. Well, that's given me much to mull over, and I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the Forum's true motives, and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the Annex. Perhaps on the way, you could better acquaint yourself with Calliope, as the Scholar suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. Do I have to? I don't have to. Where's my man? Take me to him. Take me here first. You're not done. God, Charlian's really pretty. Like, I understand it would be really hard for it not to be, but jeez. The idea of like an island nation of scholars, I don't see a way that you could make that ugly. Oh, hold on. We have a full map here. And there's something I had always wanted to check. I think that says Old Charlie in there. Limsa, Old Gridania, Alamigo. Where is... I don't see it on here. I guess it might not be on here. The three great continents. I was trying to see if the place for, God, why can't I remember the name right now? If the place for Dawn Trail was on the map. But I don't see it. Ah, welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. Oh, I accidentally put this helmet back on. As expected, news of the warding scales has been met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine our way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan. But let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Who up walk in the end? Me. I'll start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? Ah. Oh, popped my jaw. How you doing, Tika? I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. Well, you're also small. I shouldn't complain, though. Vitra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I'm chillin'. I shall remain here, and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoria and our allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide's about to turn. I can feel it. Talimzala Minsa. I am surprised that we're going on the offensive this early into the expansion. There we go. Took us a little while to get in. Oop, I do be gliding. There we go. Merlowip, I haven't seen you in so long. I haven't seen any of you. It feels like a long time. Where's your gate guard? Thank you. Oh, everyone's here. My apologies for calling you away from Charlene at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. 'Twas only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it's only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask what your plan entails? You think the Warrior Flight just walks in and addresses the city legions like super casually at this point? I would. That's not Admiral Bluefistwin. That's Merle. I've never called her the Sultana. She's Nanamo. It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During our time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge of abductions of Kobold, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Radzat Han has given us cause to hope once more. Yeah, that's what I do. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace. And it is you, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. What else is new? With the bulk of our forces, while the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophoroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. We're going to Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. To think such progress has been made in so short a span. Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed of their free will. They serve the Telophoroi's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Urian J observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor to what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway. Though the same could be said of the Telophoroi. They're certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide us and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Y'shtola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the Spire siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that, regardless, once we have uncovered the truth. We'll bring their schemes crashing down, along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good. But what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. I almost want to say for the people of Garlemald. Yeah, Chris is kind of a sarcastic ass at times. Like he's a little bit of a dick sometimes. For the people of Garlemald. Couldn't have put it better myself. Y'shtola, Thancred, and Urian J have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They are positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you have delivered the warding scales to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Ralbon and Lord Amaric are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telophoroi so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go. safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. Come on, I'm on the way. I feel like Raubon may be one of the only ones that Chris would still refer to by their title. Because, I don't know, I could just see him always referring to Raubon as General. Even now that he's no longer the Flame General. But that's also because my character is Immortal Flames. Ah, the Wanderers return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding skills of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we've seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsabard contingent. The very suggestion that we send some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. In that regard, Tika being Maelstrom, she does still refer to others in the GC by rank. You have not a close friend that she always addressed as Captain. Fair enough. I feel like that's a thing with like all militaries though. Like, you're always gonna show more respect to the people that you directly served with. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I have battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Emmerich struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Oh, hi guys. Word of your exploits travels quickly. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us. Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Talaferoi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mode of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Vars and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I'm branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. I doubt they'll be pleased to see the champion of Eorzea set foot on Garlean soil. A fair point, but so long as you refrain from announcing your arrival to all and sundry, the average person should have no inkling as to your identity. Although your titles and deeds are common knowledge, only a select few would recognize you on sight alone. Perhaps one day, they will learn that the Warrior of Light is not a demon to be feared, but a man deserving of their trust. In light of Gaius's rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. All said, might I ask you to escort our friends inside? I might even bump into an old acquaintance or two. And if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you. All of you. Okay. Let's remember to take off this helmet, replace it with this helmet. They're slightly worse, but not that bad. The other members of the Ilsebard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. Let me in. You know, I'm just realizing, we haven't had several cutscenes we'll play in sequence for a while. And that worries me.
By the 12.
Holy shit. This is a lot of people. And I do recognize a good amount of them.
I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsebard contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia!
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Hold on, I want to stop it.
Might I ask you to speak first?
Oh, we're gonna go through everybody. Yes, you were the white mage.
If I must. I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer. We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well,
Yes!
those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Oh, you smarmy ass.
I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhole in as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Oh, I love it.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest.
The the Thaumaturge's Guild.
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Terrapin and I will be leading from the front.
Pippin.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction. With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinard foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature together with
He's the machinist guy. He's the machinist tutor.
There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolaine!
What? Yo!
Yes, Emanolaine de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that.
It's okay, Madeline. I'm just glad you're
should the
here.
opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Shut up. Never mind. Go home. May your graceful prancing lead the way to victory. I dare say your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain doom.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Onohua with my tales of daring do.
Oh, I love him.
I believe that concludes introductions to the
He's
Grand Company
such an
of Eorzeal.
idiot.
Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
And they should walk through that door right now.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Oh, we have them. We have the warriors of the steppe.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach.
I love Sadu.
First, the slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Please don't cast Meteor in the middle of the room.
No. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance.
I haven't done much in
They have a
Bosnia.
wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamiga. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire.
All going to help
I would
the
never presume
Empire.
to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders.
The leader of this expedition is a Garland.
Maxima, who stands with us today, tried to reform Garlemald from within and make peace with Doma. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey.
How many airships do they have?
However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So, it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
Yeah, we can't let the airship come in any danger. Otherwise
We
we're
cannot
stuck.
account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
I do love that the Warrior of Light is at this point entirely outside the chain of command. No, at this point, I'm the top of the chain. Ain't nothing happening without the Scions of the Seventh Dawn saying so. They literally can. Oh, I need to talk to, like, everybody here. Magnite. With the Mole, champions of the Nadam, and the Datharl having sent so many here, I had thought to defend the steppe in their absence. And I would have done so were it not for my step-brothers. They urged me to grant our allies the sun's might, that his radiance may deliver them unto victory. Though I must tolerate the presence of this feral Datharli dog, as first among my brothers, I could do no less than accept this challenge. My deeds will become the stuff of legend. I care not for the Iron Men or their troubles. It is the duty of the weak to die in ignominy. Even so, I will do as I have agreed. I volunteered to join this bandit Serena's request, and if she thinks it's a worthy cause, that is reasonable enough. Though we hail from different tribes, our bond has grown strong of late. She is much better company on a hunt than any of the steppes oafish men could dream of being. I'm glad to see you well, Chris. Grandmother was worried for you. The night I agreed to come hither and join the contingent, the god sent her a strange dream. 2 suns, one burning red, the other frozen black. Closer they circled, closer and closer, and as they danced, the world fell to ruin. In blinding chaos, she spied blackened silhouettes and knew at once that one was yours. And we knew not how to interpret this dream, save as a sign that great danger awaits. But whatever lies ahead, I will walk with you, traveler. Okay, I don't need to talk to the Scions. I talk to them very often. I trust Justinian is proving himself a useful addition to your band. Though I am here today in my capacity as a Temple Knight, I look forward to seeing the other former Azure Dragoon in action once more. Well met, Chris. Well met. It would seem that my machinists have been called upon to serve. A turn of events which, according to my prospectometer, could prove to be quite the opportunity. I shall show the world what the full extent of machinistry's worth. Of that and more you can be sure of, my friend. Well, well. If I'd known that what a social gathering this would have been, I'd have dressed for the occasion. Still, this seems the perfect opportunity to mingle with the other guests. Would I be correct in assuming those ladies over yonder are Serena and Sadu of the Steppe? Perhaps I should introduce myself, though I don't much like the look of that fellow with the enormous axe. Yeah, nobody does. I cast my lot with the Popularis to bridge the divide between Garlemald and her territories, that all may be united in common cause. But we were disparaged as a radical element, dissenters looking to destabilize the Empire from within. Many friends and even my parents perished in unfortunate accidents. I too would surely have met the same fate had I not defected. Nevertheless, I still dream of equality and peace for us all. As the world itself stands on the brink of collapse, I hold out hope that one day that dream will become reality. I hope that it will happen for you. I've led troops into battle many a time, but never a unit with such diverse ranges of talents. While I've been briefed on their capabilities, I expect you could provide additional insight into their strengths and weaknesses. I'd appreciate any advice you may have. I'm so glad I found you. I have a letter for you from Master Hamon. Let's read it together, shall we? Now let's see here. I have every confidence that your fist shall bring the Telophoroi to their knees, and should you espy any beautiful maidens thereabouts, perhaps sing to them my praises? Charming, Master. Well, more fool me for thinking that letter would contain something actually inspiring. Let's just, forget this note exists, and focus on the battle ahead. It seems so long ago we were sailing across the Ruby Sea and charging about the Azim Steppe with Serena and the others. I'd say we're overdue for another adventure. It brings back memories to see so many familiar faces. We've been through so much together. Good times and not so good. I expect Garlemald will be mostly the latter, but I'd like to believe we'll look back on these days more fondly in the years to come. But for that to happen, we'll have to make it out of this alive. Don't die on me, eh? Go Buki! We came as quickly as we could. We could follow your example and devastate the Telophoroi with the full extent of our powers. Worry not for your brothers, Pussy. We will return soon enough. Often his father told me of the struggles faced by Alamigo in the days of the occupation, and I too have crossed swords with the Empire on many occasions. Though Garlemald has long been our bitter enemy, Her Grace was elected to bolster the Ilsabard contingent with members of the Immortal Flames. As representatives of the Sultanate, we are one in our commitment to the cause. I'm here representing the Marauders Guild, and it's my job to keep the Smiths out of harm's way. Mind you, with them hammers of theirs, they can put up a fair fight themselves. With a bit of luck, this will be over and done with before you know it. Maybe when this is all over, you could pay the Axemaster a visit. He still tells all the new recruits about the time you killed Kujata and avenged that boy's parents. I remember it like it were yesterday. Until the Empire fell, Garleans were the only ones who was allowed to impose tariffs upon its sea. Weren't easy pickings, but I made myself a pretty gill. Since they've been so generous to me and mine, perhaps it's time I returned the favor and gave a little bit of something back. Greetings, Chris. The time has come for us Marines to show our valor upon the battlefield. All who shall see us, all who see us will know our name and quake before our might. To victory, come hell or high water. With so many people from so many places, I'm rather out of my element. Regardless, I'm a Seed Seer, and will endeavor to acquit myself accordingly. Yeah, let's talk to the Scions. I've already talked to everybody else. I did not expect to see the other former Azure Dragoon here of all places. As he well knows, I'm not one for verbose greetings. We shall instead let our lances do the talking once we're on the battlefield. Then we'll see if the other has been diligent in his training. We've been part of joint military operations like this before, and with far greater numbers, but for some reason this feels very different to our previous experiences. Despite having shared little more than introductions, there's already a palpable sense of camaraderie. This is extraordinary. To be in such company, The finest our allies have to offer. With comrades such as these, we're bound to succeed, I'm certain of it. I was half expecting to find the man who taught me red magic amongst our number, but he's nowhere to be seen. I suppose he's had his share of unpleasant experiences with the Empire, but so have we all. Perhaps there's some other reason. Well, in any case, I have a feeling I'll see him once this is all over. I'm sure he'll be pleasantly surprised by how much my swordplay's improved since we last met. Blessed are we to have made countless steadfast allies over our journey's course. Indeed, we are joined today by many new acquaintances, who in time shall we come to call our comrades, and mayhap friends. With close ties with the scouts of the Eastern Alliance and the various resistance groups, and they're an absolute joy to work with. And finally, Y'shtola. 1 second, I've been pinged. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telophoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea. Though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding skills to our comrades. Care to do the honors? Oh, okay. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. These enchanted talismans, or would that be talismen, would probably require considerably less time and effort to produce if the alchemists of the great work were not so preoccupied with making them look pretty. Oh, the talismans were meant to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Oh, and before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands and times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, like much of Othard, has been plagued by the towers. Yet while we could not be here, he wishes to express his shared conviction. Hien and Nugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid will we keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Warding skills for the Ishgardian delegation, I take it? Yes, you take it. I have 6. Now I have 4. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald. Sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw my lot in with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But this is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and the former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. Brother, what are you doing? Brother, now's not the time to be trading, now's the time to be meeting your new teammates. What are you— Ah! Owie! Ow! What a setting wardings. Wow. That a set of warding skills, I spy. Not that I would know what they'd look like. Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain or whatever is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Valid. I hear you've something for us. Ah, them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when all this is over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Azanar instead? Imzar, whatever his name was. Buggered if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hillfear told me was they needed someone to help safeguard the future. Here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land. In the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing. So let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Yes? Have a scale. So these are the famed warding scales. Enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside of the Twelveswood. The Elder Seedseer, however, has granted me special permission. She's bid me lend my magic to the people of Garlemald while learning all I can of their ways. In so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world. Or so she says. I say it is past time that our allies benefited from the power of it at a Seedseer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. You have a warding scale for me, too. There you go. Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Isambard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to the Alamegan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. That was a lot of talking. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Uriah J and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I've no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Hark, is that the cry of scions in need of a tailor, I hear? Tartaru? Yeah! But how? Haha, I have my ways. Oh yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Isambard without telling me? Nothing escapes my notice. Now, you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. You never cease to amaze. But why did you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather, the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? I did have one other thing to share. Artemis and Bloomweeda have returned from their assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while, so keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian? Oh, why not? You can keep Kryl company in the Baldessian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Artemis and Bloomweeda did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will. Every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, crafted by yours truly. Honestly, not a bad look. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Pat pat. I'll miss you, Tataru. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Oh, I had to say something earlier. Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Oh, okay. Is it time for more of the map to be revealed?
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly? On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party.
See, thought you were on autoplay.
They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, The Third Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The First, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into two groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
I'm really excited to see Garlemald, because all we had seen more cutscene. All we had seen of it before was from random little cutscenes. We haven't seen much of it.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Pistola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. A blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, and I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Some of these winter outfits go really hard. Like, God, that looks good. Assuming there's nothing else you wish to confirm, we may commence the mission as soon as you're ready. Commence mission. Let's go over the finer details of the plan real quick. I'm not gonna lie, I looked away for a minute. In the coming battle, you will fight as Thancred. You have two objectives: place explosives on the Imperial Magitech, deactivate the frontline Magitech units via the terminal control terminal. If the guards detect and pursue you, enemy forces will become more aware of the threat you pose, as indicated by the threat awareness gauge. The gauge will gradually fill until you defeat all alerted enemies. If their gauge is completely filled, the guards will call for reinforcements and the mission will end in failure. Use swift deception to avoid detection as you go about completing your objectives. Okay, I'm ready.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Let me at 'em. Oh, I'm going this way. Bewilderment Bomb. Only works on dogs. While hidden, delivers an attack that neutralizes soldiers. When the target is Magitech weaponry or guard dog, it only has a potency of 100. What happened to your friend? He's so tired. What are you gonna do about it? You should do something about it. Turn around, please, robot. Honk me. I'm gonna clear out as many as I can first. This one's safe to do. Now these are safe to do. Oh, I gotta wait for you to move now, Slasher. Please turn around. Okay, I gotta get in a better spot now. Here it comes.
Must be losing my touch.
Okay, these guys are just robots. Okay, no, it still sets off the alert. Die, thank you. Bewildered the dog. It's been bamboozled. You're a really bad guard. No, 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 no. You can turn around now, robot. Now to hide and send the word. Well, hold on. We don't need to blow everything up yet. There's still more of the place for me to hit.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Magitech field controls. Hit the silly button. I'm just running right through. Getting cover over here. I can wait for stealth to come up again. He said the line! My favorite part of Final Fantasy XIV was when Thancred said, "This is Thancred," and then Thancred it all over the place. It's impressive how sneaky he is with a gunblade. Wee woo, wee woo. Goodbye. I'm being pinged. Wamst. Oh. That dog.
Must be losing my touch.
No. This makes me want to play Metal Gear.
Must be losing my touch.
Why did you see me? Honestly though, it's still going pretty good. Control terminal. I think I can get it without anybody noticing me. Shut down the Magitech, very cool. Thancred over here. I'm right here. It's Thancred.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
few moments later, at the rear of the Ilsabard contingent's convoy.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but...
What's
Wait!
coming our way?
Something's coming!
Colonel, I destroyed the enemy's metal gear team.
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Oh good, I thought it was gonna make me play Alise.
Fighters! Protect the others!
I just like Red Mage too much, and I feel like if I had to play a dumbed down Red Mage, I'd be very offended. I've already had to do it once, and I don't want to do it again. Wow, the RDM slander. Red Mage is my favorite job in the game. However, I don't want to play another dumbed down version of it. I want to be flashy, I want to be complicated.
A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
Where's the rest? I don't have to fight these ones, do I? No. Oh, yes I do. It must have just opened. Nope, it didn't just open up.
Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Shut up a minute. I'll help this one and then I'll go back. Nothing here? Okay. Oh, I see how it is. I see how this is gonna go. You just work your way down the line.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
You look so cute in your coat.
Oh, we put our backs into it!
Oh, I love him.
I've been itching for this.
You don't look half bad in an extra knife. How many of them? Like, I don't know what the population of Garlemald is, but if they're sending this much stuff after a little caravan and not even doing a significant amount of damage to it, then I can't imagine the rest of your war effort's gonna go super well. Oh, whoopsie. Yo, that's actually sick though, having the two different, the Marauder skilled and the Warrior skilled person.
You lot alright back there? We're fine.
Everything looks
I'm ready
okay.
for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
I'm at the front. Or do you mean even more to the front? You meant even more to the front. Oh, Yulianji's got his Heavensward cloak back on.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal in time.
Years. Years of time.
The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
Beat his ass. Oh, you're just straight up throwing down with the Legatus.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's
Yo.
no end to them.
Lucy is sick. I'm here. We can win now.
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
We have them
All
now.
right.
Forward.
Can I actually be a tank this turn? No, they don't care about enmity. Well, the ones that weren't already are dead. So, makes it a little smoother. God, Frey, you took so long to get on the field. Pippin's. Oh, hi Pippin. such a little guy, you sure know how to make yourself known. Oh, I just watched all three of them get wiped with one stag. She's not taking much damage. Everybody beat her up. It's really weird to me that Suriname saw you walked across the entire thing to get to a slightly different spot. That was also safe. This is going pretty good, all things considered. I don't think that she had really thought about what would happen if she did this. I don't know where she went.
Or die!
Oh, wait, Magna I saw do. Yeah, they're all back into the fight. I thought that they got knocked out. I saw them get beat up on the outside. I guess they got healed and came back in. Respawned at the beginning of the dungeon and ran all the way back. Like these long drawn out slugfests. Oh, we have the funny wall. I didn't even realize.
Tremble before the sun!
Here it comes. Big meteor. Oh, that was the end of it. I got XP and I discovered a new location.
A worthy adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
Or we kill her now. Poor Magni.
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan?
Oh, I made sure that was safe too. Don't worry, we win everywhere.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated. The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone.
I like the tech.
Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
Well, I feel like they probably
We can consider the
were.
question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Yeah, this like tech aetherite looking thing, I kind of vibe with it. But I believe that now that we have finally reached Garlemald, I am going to go ahead and call it here. I need to start getting ready for D&D later, and I got a few other things that I gotta get done. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. Let me see if I can find somebody to throw a raid out to real quick. Let's look for someone who is playing Final Fantasy. Specifically, someone who is playing Final Fantasy as a Sprout. I'm not really seeing any big sprouts. Oh. Hold on. Let me... Oh, nope. The only sprouts I'm seeing are not English. Sprout. Bar job quests. Sprout where? Where Sprout? Village of the Hunt. Hold on. FF14. Village of the Hunt. I want to make sure that I'm not raiding somebody who's like way ahead of me. Oh. You're Dawn Trail. You're not a Sprout. Liar. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna end stream, because the only sprouts I am seeing are in other languages, so I wouldn't be able to hang out in their chat and stuff. So we're just gonna go ahead and call it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope y'all have a good one, and I will possibly see you later.